Hello, hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us for another member highlight from our Mom to Mom Biz Network member interview series. My name is Jessie Manuel, and today I'm here with Christa Dionne, and she is an independent senior consultant with Sippology. So thank you for joining me today, Christa.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell me, what is Sippology?
Sippology is a Canadian company owned and operated by a woman named Tanya Yashan, and out of Ancaster, Ontario. And they blend all natural loose leaf teas and have teaware as well, and a number of tea lines. And I use those teas to make lots of drinks.
Awesome. And just as an aside, they were on Dragon's Den, and they are a huge success story from Dragon's Den, correct?
Yes, that is correct. Sippology was created about 15 years ago, and it started with Tanya blended an Earl Grey de la Creme tea, and she started sharing it with friends and started having house parties and tea parties. And the tea line expanded and it expanded out of their house into warehouses. And by the time 2012 came around, they were quite successful in Canada, but were looking to go into the States. Mm-hmm. And so they actually partnered with Jim Treliving and David Chilton, who are actually still involved with the management of Sippology today. And of course, Sippology now is available all over North America.
Awesome. And she is so lucky. Those are both awesome dragons.
Yes.
So what was it that inspired you to join up with Sippology and become a Sippologist?
Well, I've always been a tea drinker, but pretty much just a basic black tea drinker. And as I got older and had kids, and I was really tired of drinking water. I was looking for something more than that. And I also was trying different tea brands because I wasn't really happy with my bagged tea anymore. And I started realizing that some loose leaf teas that I were buying had other ingredients in them that I didn't want, little extras. And so someone directed me towards Sippology because their teas are all natural with no additives or preservatives and no MSG. And they're also part of the Ethical Tea Partnership, which means the tea leaves, the tea farms that they work with are, the workers are being paid properly. The environment is sustainable. They're working in the community. So between the excellent quality tea leaves that come from that, combined with the all natural ingredients that they use to make the blends, the tea is just really an amazing flavor and creates a really great taste. So I started trying Sippology teas as a customer, and I was drinking so much of it and I enjoyed it so much, I decided as a stay-at-home mom that I wanted to start my own tea business and share all the different ways to enjoy tea. So I moved much further past just enjoying my black teas. I steep, you can make mocktails and cocktails and iced teas and sangrias, and there's kombucha and matcha, and there's an entire Heal Thyself line that helps, like for instance, with monthly periods and headaches and sleeping and that sort of thing. So it just, the products were amazing quality, and it just really fit into my lifestyle and the lifestyle of my family and friends. And I'm really having fun with it.
Yeah, it sounds like all encompassing. The health side, the fun side, relaxing right. Side, the healing side. Yeah, that's awesome.
Patio sipping is coming soon, for sure.
I think we're on the final stretch now for the winter and the longest spring on record, right?
I think so. But I think it's fun. I think that it's nice for people to think outside of the box with tea because, there's less calories. It's more economical. I was paying $5 a day to go, to the local coffee shop, and I can make a beautiful latte in the comforts of my own home without any of the syrups, mm-hmm. And the extra calories that go with that. So it's been a really healthy change too.
Awesome. Awesome. So I was going to ask you what makes Sippology unique, but it sounds like, they're very eco-sensitive. They're very, just as a company, they're just very cognizant of their impact and to give back. And then of course the high quality. Is there anything else that makes Sippology unique?
Well, I think that Sippology is a family-owned company. It is out of Ancaster, Ontario, and they do blend all their own teas at the facility. It's not farmed out anywhere else. The quality control, a lot of the products are organic. The Heal Thyself line that Sippology blends is licensed with Health Canada. So of course there's very high standards to maintain that. And all of that just provides such a good quality of tea, which reflects in how tasty it is. And you need less, so for instance, because the matcha is such high quality, you need half a teaspoon is considered a serving, as opposed to some other brands, it would be like 1.5 teaspoons would be considered a serving. So you need less of the product, which is also wonderful.
Yeah. Wow. That's definitely high quality. And obviously a little goes a long way in terms of the savings, for the consumer side of things, right? So that's a plus. So speaking of consumer, do you have any specific clientele that you market to?
Well, I find most of my clientele, is women or moms looking, drinks for their kids. Mm-hmm. For example, my teenage son really enjoys having a sparkling drink. And so I always, before he comes home from school, I mix him a sparkling water and I put our orange soda fruit tea in it and I let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes. And then he has that when he comes home. I also find people that are trying to cut down on, say, coffee or pop in the afternoon, are looking for an alternative because they still want the caffeine boost. And of course, tea and matcha are a great substitute for that and a much healthier substitute for those as well. So certainly the clientele is whoever is looking to have a great drink.
Just about everybody then. That's awesome. And I really didn't know that you could, I'm assuming the soda water is at least room temperature, if not cooler. So I didn't know that you could actually put your tea, I just had it in my mind that it had to be boiling water, but that's not true.
Yeah, no, any carbonated drink, you can steep your loose leaf tea. It takes about 5 minutes per cup. And, or a liter would take about 20 minutes. And it's a really great way to enjoy a nice, refreshing drink.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Do you have any special offerings that you would like to make known to our Mom2Mom group?
Well, for sure. I always provide free shipping or free delivery in the Halton region. And certainly for Mom2Mom business members, I would like to offer 10% off on your next order.
That's awesome. Thank you, Christa. For anybody who's outside of Halton, can they still order with you?
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah, and whether I ship it to them or if I'm in the neighborhood, I can drop it off too.
So you can ship coast to coast Canada or?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. And how do we find you online?
Well, you can certainly visit the Sippology.com website and find Christa's Tea Shop or Christa Dionne. Sorry, Christa Dionne, and you'll find me there. And but also I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Christa's Tea Shop.
Okay.
I have lots of videos and recipes to give people an idea of all the different things that you can do with loose leaf tea.
Awesome. So we're definitely going to have to check that out because now I am super curious.
That's great.
Yeah. And last question for you, Christa. Is there anybody in the group that you would like to work with?
Well, I think that I'm always interested in showing people how else they can enjoy tea instead of just always going back to that, basic hot black tea that we've all had. So I'm certainly interested in going into places to either give samples. I'm happy to help with if people are hosting a special party and they maybe want to have something different at their party. I'm certainly open to any of those social gatherings or workplaces, if somebody wants to offer something a little bit different in their coffee room, then that would be great.
Perfect. That's awesome. Well, that's all the questions I have for you today, but I'm very excited to find out more about this, and I will definitely be checking out all the different ways I can get caffeine into me when I hit my 3 o'clock wall every day.
Oh, absolutely. I can help you with that.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Christa.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.